All right, guys, so I am at home and I'm about to get ready to put this on. This thing really does work, guys. Like, it doesn't last for very long, and I don't know if that's just because of the type of pain levels that I have, but it really does work. So, like, when I get off, I have to put this on. Like, when I'm having a really bad day and my body is just filled with pain and I just really need it, this is it. Like, I'm talking about, like, you don't have to do the pain medication. Instead, get this unit, y'all. It's like it has little electrode pads in it, and you're going to put that on your body. And it may not last for very, very long, but I would say it gives you the relief that you should have on the natural type of relief. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do what you can without, taking all these pharmaceuticals and being drugged up, because that's what the system wants. They want you to be drugged up on their stuff, but this is the more natural way. So I'm about to get ready to put this on, and it's usually about 15 minutes per session. So I'm gonna get everything set up here and get it put on. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna get on my little device here, and I'm gonna study in my program. I told y'all I'm learning the skill of digital marketing, because I realized that if I really want to be successful, if I really want to be somewhere, I want to really get somewhere, I have to learn a skill. And in the very beginning, I wasn't willing to learn a skill because I was okay with playing by someone else's rules. But I have realized very quickly that, that is definitely not the way to go. Right now, y'all see me hooking up myself to an H-wave unit for pain, because I got injured from this job. And when I got injured, the job didn't care anything about it. The only thing they cared about was, here, we're going to pay for the treatment. That's all that you're going to do. That's all that they want to do. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about keeping you from having to go through that situation. They don't care about any of that. So guess what? You get stuck in situations like this, and the only thing they care about is they pay a little bit of money for your medical. And as long as you can keep coming back and doing more work for them, hey, we're all good. And, I realized very quickly, like, no, we're not all good. Because, that's not right. That's inhumane. You shouldn't treat people like that. And once people start waking up and realizing that they should not be treated like that, then, hey, you're going to see that people are not going to just lay around for anything. Okay? So this is me sitting here putting this on. I could be crying and complaining about my situation, but instead, thank you. But instead, I'm applying this machine on, and I'm going to get in this program and learn the skill that I know is going to free me, right? So that's what we have to do. Instead of complaining about our situation, because yes, that place treated you wrong. They didn't do you the way that they were supposed to. But how long are you going to complain about that? How many times are you going to say this ain't working out and that ain't working out before you actually decide to get up and do something yourself? Because you can complain for forever, but only a few will actually, like, take action and stop complaining and do something about it. So are you going to do something about it, or are you just going to keep complaining? Because if you're just going to keep complaining, then don't expect your situation to change. It's going to stay that way. You know what I mean? It's going to stay that way. I choose to change my situation. I realize that it may not be easy, but I'm willing to do what I have to do to get to that freedom. Freedom is not always easy to get to. People have had to go through a lot to get to freedom. So what makes you any different? Put in the efforts to get that freedom that you want. Put in the time, learn a new skill, advance yourself, pull yourself out of that mindset of feeling like you have to be in the situation that you're in, because you don't. You don't have to be in that situation. You've only been programmed to think that you have to be in that situation. We don't have to stay in the things that are not good for us, but we do have to be willing to make the change. And the change is learning a new skill, advancing in your knowledge. If you don't want to learn a new skill, what skill do you already have that you can teach somebody else, that you can bring to the table? Because if I stay here, I'll be complaining for forever. I won't ever be happy. Happiness is real. I know a lot of us don't think happiness is real, but happiness is real. It really is real, but you got to seek it. And you got to tell yourself that you'll do whatever you have to do to be happy. That means staying up late, stay up late. Sacrificing your evening time, sacrifice that evening time. Do what you have to do to be successful, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Your situation is not going to change if you don't do it for yourself. You cannot depend on somebody else to change what you need to change in your life. You have to do that for yourself. So that's a very big thing that we all need to remember. That's why I'm telling you, learn these skills. Learn a skill. Learn a skill. I'm telling you this now because I got injured. And I seen what that felt like whenever they took their hand away. And my hand wasn't prepared. My hand was solely holding their hand. And then when they snatched their hand away, there was nothing else I could do. I seen what that felt like when they took it all. And I told myself, there is no way that I'm ever going to let that happen again. I will build. I will do what I have to do. I will learn what I have to learn. I will take the time to learn this stuff. I will take the time to learn a new skill. I will not tell myself that I'm tired. I will not tell myself that it's not possible. Why? Because I realize that I'm the only person that can make this successful. And if I'm telling myself that it's not possible, then I really do mean that. Because what you tell yourself is what you mean. You got to tell yourself positive things so that yourself can actually believe those positive things. How can you say that you want something positive in life and then you keep telling yourself all these negative, bad things, telling yourself that you can't be successful, telling yourself that you can't do this, telling yourself that you can't do that? What you put in is what you get out. Put positive things into your life. Put a positive thought into your mind and continue on that. The days are gone when we're solely dependent on somebody else to create our way for us. Solely depending on somebody else to say, you can have this, or no, you can't have that. Those days are gone. If you want it, create it. If you want to live a life of abundance, create the life of abundance that you want. Nobody else sees the vision in your head that you see. I don't know what you want. I don't even know you want a mansion. I don't know that you want $50 million. I don't know what you want unless you tell me that you want it. A closed mouth does not get fed. So you got to say it. You got to really work on it yourself. And then you got to really, really get in it and say, this is it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get it by any means necessary. Don't give yourself any room for excuses. Because if you're lazy, you're good at giving yourself excuses. You know exactly what to say to yourself to give yourself the right type of excuse. Stop doing that. It's not helping you any. Procrastination is our biggest enemy. Stop waiting around to do something and just do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Do it. Why? Because the longer you sit around and think about why you haven't done it, you're preventing yourself from getting to where you need to be. Who cares about why you hadn't done it already? Now just start doing it. Start learning the skills that's going to build you. Do whatever it takes to learn those skills. And don't give yourself any excuse as to why you haven't learned them. It's not hard. You're making it harder than it needs to be. But all right, y'all, I'm going to let this finish going, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.